how are you? This is Sandra. Welcome to my channel. If you stumbled upon my channel for the first time, I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and I hope that you can subscribe. I normally talk about my DV lottery journey here. I won the DV lottery in last year, so I'm a DV 2023 winner, and I immigrated in the US in March this year. So I am still new in the US, about 5 months old or so. So yeah, I'm not experienced, I'm not an expert, I'm not a professional. I am just somebody that shares my experiences, things that I have gone through, the process that I went through to get to where I am, just to help people that are out there researching and looking for information, looking for some kind of encouragement. And also, there are things that we go through that someone cannot relate until they win the lottery. I was getting someone sending me messages after a DV 2024 winner, like after this person submitted their DS260 form, and they were like, when am I getting interviewed? That was sometime in May, and I was like, girl, just go and watch my old videos where I have shared my whole process in details, and you will understand the journey, that it's a long wait, it requires patience, and there are certain things you have to wait for them to happen. And I've already shared that journey. If you want to watch my old videos, I encourage you to go back to my old videos and understand your process in the journey, because I don't know where you are right now. Now at the process of waiting for your 2NL, based on your case number and also based on when you submitted your DS260. I do hope that you have all submitted your DS260. I was talking to somebody today that I had been talking to since May. She won, and I think the last time we spoke was sometime mid-June or something, where she was organizing her passport and she hadn't yet submitted her DS260, and she's from Kenya. And I was like, girl, you have to hurry up. In DV 2023, the Kenyan embassy was unfortunately, the US embassy in Kenya was unfortunately very slow in processing papers for DV lottery winners. So I really hope that, and then I just discovered today that she hadn't yet submitted her DS260. Whew, I was a little bit upset. Like, I felt like if she was close by, like I would have just shook her and go like okay, calm down, Sandra. Like, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, guys, and I don't know if it's my last video I shared about a lady that submitted her DS260 from Kenya as well in December, and she may not get her 2NL. So this is not a joke. I mean, things happen slow in Africa, but guys, we need to be serious. Even if things are slow, if you have to pay someone for your passport to be released quickly, go ahead and do it. So I really hope that nobody is submitting their DS260 at this particular moment. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. I am here to continue from where I left in my social security card video. Yeah, there's a video I had produced where I was sharing my experience on how I got my social security card, things that I didn't know that I wish I knew. So this video is kind of a continuation where I'm going to talk about getting your state ID and how I got my state ID, and then getting the green card visa. So after I got my social security card, yes, The next stage for me was to get a state ID, which initially I had no idea that I had to get a state ID. And I didn't even think it was that important. But my sister was like, you need to get a state ID. And for some reason, maybe because of what happened at the social security office, where I didn't know that I had to make an online appointment, and I went there in person, and then they sent me back. So for this one, I just decided to go ahead and make an online appointment um, for getting my what's this, my state ID. So I made an appointment online. When you use Google, how to get your state ID, you are gonna be given the nearest office to you. So it's not something that I can share, because wherever you will be in America, there will be an office that is close to you. So you just go on Google and search, where can I register my state ID? The place where you register your state ID is the same place where you register for your driver's license. But I was not getting my driver's license. This time it was a state ID. You can't have both. You can't have a state ID and a driver's license. So you have to give up one. So since I have a state ID, the next time I go back to the office to register for my driver's license, it means that I have to give up my state ID and then use my driver's license. But I'm not yet there at my getting my driver's license. It's the next stage. I've been scared. The roads here so different from what we are used to in Africa. So, but I'm starting to get a little confident, even crossing the roads, jumping on buses. So I may need, the next stage is for me to get a driver's license, even if I don't have a car yet. But the problem is, some of the jobs that I have been applying to, it's been an issue. My not having a driver's license has been an issue. Maybe it's the career that I have, marketing and sales. Most companies, yeah, I will get interest from recruiters wanting to interview me or hire me, but the moment they discover that I don't have a driver's license, then the conversation ends, and they say, maybe try and reapply when you get a driver's license. So having a driver's license in America, or maybe in Florida, is so important. Even cleaning jobs, so they said some of them, they want you to have a driver's license. Even some care jobs. I mean, I was just ready to sign up even for a care job. I went somewhere and I was told, you need to have a car, you need to have a driver's license. So it's quite challenging and quite frustrating. But this is not, I digress, this is not the main topic of this video. I shall share that journey in full details later on. But I'm just putting it out there that if you can start your driving sooner, or your process to get your driver's license sooner, do it. But for me, I wasn't ready, and that's why I opted to just go for a state ID. State ID is important. I never realized how important it is. And I don't think I came across any YouTube videos that kind of emphasize the importance of getting a state ID. The first place where I encountered the importance was when I got my social security card. I went into a shop and I wanted to get a laptop on credit, because I needed a laptop to study for my long distance upcoming exam in my master's program. So, and I was told, oh, here you can, as long as you have your social security number, you can just sign up in Best Buy and they'll give you the laptop. So when we went there, then they asked me that for my ID. I gave them my passport and they didn't want it. They were not interested. They said they want an American ID, an American photo ID, an ID that was issued in America, not my passport, because my passport is a Zambian passport. Even if it had my visa and temporary green card inside to show that I have legal status in this country, to work and earn money, for them, they didn't care. They just wanted to see an ID that has been issued in America. And so that's what prompted me to go and get my ID. So like I said earlier, the process to get my state ID started with submitting an online appointment. Okay, I put in an online appointment, and yeah, they send you an email. They're very fast about it. They send me an email confirming my appointment. I think I made the appointment on a Wednesday. That's when I went online and made an appointment. Oh, I made it on a Wednesday, and the appointment was for Friday. So they already started sending me reminders that, oh, you have a pending appointment coming up. So they're very good at that. Even on the actual day on Friday, I think maybe about 2 hours before the time, they sent me another reminder reminding me about my pending appointment. Yeah. So when I got there, I just thought I go with my passport. Yeah. And of course I had my social security number, but I didn't carry the card, because when I got my social security card, they said something that, you're not supposed to be moving around with your card. Just memorize your number and try by all means not to move with it, because this card can be stolen by anyone. There's identity theft here. So you it's not a card that you want to be moving around with. Yeah, so most of them they just said, just try to memorize the number. So that's why the first time when I went for this appointment, I never carried my social security card. I just wrote down the number somewhere because I hadn't memorized it by then. So when I got there, there was a queue, and that is, we were waiting to be given our ticket numbers. And then I discovered some people ahead of me in the queue were being sent back. Why? Because they had not made an appointment online. They just decided to show up, and they thought they would be attended to, and then they were turned back. So I was surprised. I was like, oh, okay, so making appointments online, it's very important. Even my sister didn't know about it. She was surprised that she thought that you just show up. But because of my experience at that office, I said, no, I just want to make online appointments. So that kind of confirmed it, that making online appointments is very important. I think it's a post COVID situation. Most government offices are operating like that. Maybe they'll go back to people just showing up from nowhere to be attended to. Maybe they'll go back to that. I don't know. But I just want to emphasize that whenever you want to go to these government institutions, just make it a habit to go on their website and book for an appointment. Yeah. So when I got there, those of us that had appointments were attended to, and we were given ticket numbers. So I went and I sat and started looking at the screen, waiting for my ticket number to come up. And then when my ticket number came up, I went to the counter that I was supposed to go to. And now when the person was ready to enter my details, they asked, oh, where's your passport? I handed it to them. Where's your social security card and proof of residential address? And then I just gave them my number. I wrote it down. And then she was like, no, I want the actual card. So I was like, I don't have the actual card. And she was like, then there's nothing we can do. It means you have to make another appointment. So then I was like, no, but I need this card now. So she kindly decided to reschedule, not to another date, but to another time. It's a good thing that I had gone a little bit early, So there was a free slot which she gave me. That gave me time to go back and get my card. And then I told her about the proof of address. I told her, since I was new in the country, I don't have bills that I'm paying in my name. But she said anything with an address that was mailed to me, like from a government institution, that shows that this is the address where I live. And so she said the same mail, like when you bring your social security card, don't just bring the card, bring the envelope that they mailed, because it will have your address where they sent your social security card. So that for us will show that, will serve as a proof of address that this is where you live. So that's what happened. I went back, I got the social security card, not just the card, I got the actual envelope, everything. And then I went back and I waited for my time. And then when my time came again, this time, since everything was in order, they just went ahead, started putting my information on the computer, typing, asking me questions. And then they asked me if I wanted to be an organ donor. It kind of took me off. I mean, like, I knew that question would come up, but I had forgotten. And so when they asked me, I think I was a little confused, and I just decided to agree to be an organ donor. I may change that when I get my driver's license, because I don't know if it's true or if it's not true. I'm told that when you become an organ donor, like, if they need to save your life, they might not be interested in saving your life because they want to harvest your organs. I don't know if that's true or not. So it kind of freaked me out when I was told, oh, you shouldn't have put your name as an organ donor and stuff like that, because then they'll never save your life. But anyway, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that be ready to be asked that question, because it's going to be asked. Then I think, yeah, he got my fingerprints, and then he took my picture, and then I waited for a few minutes and he printed my card. So the whole process took under an hour, maybe about 30 minutes or so. And I was out of there with my state ID. Yay! So it's like state IDs here, like each state you go to. Like, I'm in Florida, like even the address I had put on my DS-260 stated that I was coming to Florida. So like, I'm a Florida resident for now. I plan to relocate in future, but for now I'm a Florida resident, so I needed that ID. When you go to Atlanta, you need an ID from whichever state you go to. It's like you need an ID for that state. So I discovered that even in my first job, when I went to do the paperwork and fill in my paperwork, I almost left my state ID because I thought it's not important, because this is for a job. They'll obviously be interested in my green card and my social security card. What would they need my ID for? But anyway, it's always best to be over prepared. So I just put in all the IDs in my bag. And then when I went to this company, and I was showing her the green card, she wasn't even interested in the green card, even to look at it. Like, I know I haven't yet spoken about the green card, but I'm just saying, by the time I was going to get my first job, the green card had already come. So she wasn't even interested to look at the green card. She just said, no, I want your state ID. I want your state ID. So I gave it to her. Then she got my social security card. Then she photocopied them for her file and verification. That's it. She never even photocopied my green card at all. So I just realized that in some places, the state ID is more important than the green card. Of course, you still use your green card. There are places where they'll ask you for it. Like when I was opening a bank account, I had to submit my green card. Even some insurance policy, I had to submit my green card. But what I'm saying is that state ID, don't ignore it. Do not ignore it. If you're not ready to get a driver's license, it is something that you need to get. Then for my green card, I can't say much. All I can say is that when I paid my immigration fee in Zambia, which was the $220 that we were required to pay, I didn't have to do anything, go online or register for anything. No, it just came in the mail. It came in the mail 4 weeks later. Yeah, I mean, it came earlier than I expected because I thought it would take maybe 6 months or 3 months, but no, it just took 4 weeks, and I had my green card. I paid my immigration fee before leaving the country. There are other YouTubers that would say you can pay it even when you come here. If you don't have money, it's not a problem. It's just that the process takes a little bit longer if you pay when you come here. But I mean, I'm someone who just likes to take care of business in advance. So I decided that I would pay before coming to America. And even when I left the embassy, they gave me a little form with instructions on how to pay my immigration fee. They also clarified that you need to pay this before you leave the country. So if the embassy is also telling you pay this money before leaving the country, why should you wait and say, okay, no, I'll enter America and pay afterwards? It's better to just pay it. Maybe that's why it came early. 4 weeks later, I had it. So for the green card, don't worry, you don't have to do anything. The only thing is at the port of entry, the immigration officer will just reconfirm, like, is this the address where you are going to? Because at the port of entry, you can still change your address. And why they confirm? Because they know that that's the address where they are going to send the green card. Yeah, so that's it about how I got my state ID and my green card. So I am just gonna post a few videos. Yeah, you can end it here, or you can also watch a few videos that I took of me actually opening the green card when it came. I took a video in that moment to just, yeah, to just keep that moment. Yeah, so if you want, you can stay and watch these videos that I'm going to post after this. But that's it. I hope you got something, and I hope I haven't forgotten anything concerning the state ID and the green card. Yeah, I think I've covered it all based on what I experienced. So yeah, until the next video, I am going to say my goodbye, and thank you so much for watching. I will try to be a bit more consistent this time. All right, those of you that have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I don't even have a venue and stuff. So sometimes I don't have a venue, and yeah, sometimes I was genuinely busy. Like I was so busy, I just didn't have time to make videos. And then sometimes when I have time, I don't have a venue because I still don't have a place. I'm still being hosted by different people. Not in a hurry, okay? As long as I'm not being mistreated, I am not in a hurry to leave and be on my own, because I'm not in a hurry to start getting these bills. I'm okay with contributing minimal bills. Yeah, because I'm just alone. So why should I rush to having rental bills and stuff like that? I think I would rather have a car first. Yeah, a driver's license and a car first before I can even get an apartment. Because if I have a car, there's the dream jobs that I want, I can easily get them. But right now, because I don't have a driver's license, I don't have a car, I am limited to some of the jobs that I can do. Not everyone will experience that. This is based on the career path you want to take. I studied marketing, so my job is in marketing and sales. So yeah, I understand that sometimes even if you don't have a vehicle, the company will have vehicles and they'll say, can you drive these vehicles? And I can't drive. to go and meet their clients and stuff like that. So it's when if you are watching and you are also in marketing, this is a challenge that you will face. So for now, I think I may have to put my marketing jobs on hold and just get anything, even just working in a shop or a care job, or a care job that can allow me, because even most of the care jobs I've been applying for, they want me to drive. They want me to have a driver's license. It's a challenge, guys. It's a challenge, really. It really is. Um, I'll share this journey in detail. It's been a bit frustrating sometimes. It's been a bit frustrating, but yeah, I'll get there. It's only 5 months. I'll get there. Eventually, I'll figure it out. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, I've been lying down, enjoying my time, watching TV and stuff like that. And then my sister gives me this smell. I am suspecting I know what it is. I was told it was gonna take a year. Well, I was given a temporary green card visa in my passport for a year, and they said at the most it's going to take 90 days minimum. Today is the 4th of April. It isn't even 1 month. Let's find out if this is my green card. It should be my green card because it's come care of my sister's name. So yeah, let's see what this is. Is it what I think it is? Oops, I hope you didn't see that. Yes. Oh yes. Let's see, can I hide information before I show you what this is? Because I need to hide this information. Yeah, let me get this little paper. Try to yeah, hide my, it is the green card. Guys, my green card is here. It didn't even take a month. It didn't even take 90 days. It's here. That means no lazing around, sleeping and watching videos. Anyway, it's okay. My holiday is over. Yeah, and it comes with a little envelope which says, we recommend use of this envelope to protect your new card and to prevent wireless communication with it. So let's put the new card in there. Yeah, it's in there. And oh, I need to check. I didn't check the expiry date for this. Let's see, what does it say? Card expires on 8th. Oh, card expires on March 8th, 1933. 10 years. It's valid for 10 years. I'll probably apply for citizenship in my 5th year. But yeah, my card is valid for 10 years. Oh, and I can leave the country now. Yes. You know, I was worrying about that if something comes up that maybe I need to go even back to Zambia to see, maybe someone is sick or something, that I can't leave the country. Or if I was going to be graduating in July, that I couldn't attend my graduation in Scotland because I didn't have this. Now, yes, now with this card, I can leave the country. I can travel and re-enter without any problems. Whew, isn't God great?